Hello, this is Lakshmi Chaudhry, founder and editor of Splainer.in. Today we kick off the first episode of a month-long series on the great debate between North India and South India. Is there really a divide between the North and the South? Or is it just political BS made up to create trouble by all those anti-nationals? The answer is complicated. Yes, there are key differences between the North and the South, and in four critical areas: voting, ideology, economy, and representation. But now, a difference is not the same as a divide. But if you mishandle that difference, it can very easily turn into a vast chasm, especially over the next 5 years. And we explain why over the next 4 episodes. Today, we look at one of the big questions in the run-up to the 2024 elections. Is the BJP a North Indian party? Also, does it matter if it is? In 2023, 9 states held elections. 4 in the northeast, that's Meghalaya, Tripura, Nagaland, and Mizoram. These were swept by regional parties, but most of them were friends of the BJP. But the party's own record was a lot more narrow. They won 3 states and lost 2. Their biggest victories were in the north: Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, and Chhattisgarh. And its losses were entirely in the south: Telangana and Karnataka. Both of them went decisively to Congress. The Indian map at the end of 2023 has been neatly divided into saffron and blue, the blue standing for the India coalition. And you can see the exceptions to the rule. There's Himachal and Punjab in the north, and Maharashtra, which is kind of a border state, border case. The BJP did get back in power, but by gutting Shiv Sena from the inside, as you well know. So it's hardly surprising that everyone started chattering about a north-south divide when the results were announced in December, all of which really infuriated TV anchors like Shiv Arur.
The amazing laundry list of excuses for the election results today are surprising. The Congress has actually won really important elections this year, first in Karnataka and in Telangana now. But that hasn't stopped its own leaders from pushing a dumbly suicidal North-South agenda. Does the Congress actually believe that somehow highlighting a notional North-South divide puts them in a good position for 2024?
The Prime Minister himself shared Arur's outrage rant in an angry tweet, filled with emojis, which by the way is really unusual for Modi ji. Now, it's true that the North and South have often ended up on the opposite sides in elections. Take, for example, the 1977 election. It was the first election held by Indira Gandhi after 2 years of emergency, 2 terrible years, where she suspended basic liberties, jailed most of the opposition, and gagged the press. Congress was kicked out decisively, but by North India. It won a dismal 154 out of 542 Lok Sabha seats. Mrs. Gandhi didn't score a single seat in Haryana, Himachal, Bihar or Uttar Pradesh. She lost her own seat in Rai Bareli. But even emergency could not dent her magic in the south. The Congress won 101 seats just from 4 states: Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. And it held on to 20 seats in that infamous border case, Maharashtra. This is the cover of Illustrated Weekly right after the 1977 elections. And as you can see, the map looks oddly familiar. Now fast forward to Modi's stunning rise to power in 2014. The BJP owed its 282-seat victory almost entirely to the Hindi belt. But in the south, the BJP didn't do well at all, with the exception of Karnataka. There, it won 17 seats thanks mainly to the very popular Yedurappa, who returned to the BJP fold just before the elections. In 2019, the BJP total soared to a staggering 303 seats. Of these, 185 were from the Hindi belt, including Gujarat. Its share of vote reached astronomical levels in the north, jumping to more than 50% in Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh. It was an eye-popping 60% in Haryana. But out of the 129 seats in the south, the BJP won only 29, and 25 of these were again in good old Karnataka. Assembly election results don't always hold true for the Lok Sabha, but this year that rule may change. BJP's astonishing performance in Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh showed the power of Modi magic. In each of these 3 Hindi belt states, he was the only candidate on the slate. Strong regional leaders were pushed aside, be it Vasundhara Raje in Rajasthan or Shivraj Chauhan aka Mama Ji in MP. And in speech after speech, a vote for Modi was directly tied to a vote for the BJP in Lok Sabha. There is zero doubt that these victories predict a Hindi heartland sweep come 2024, barring of course some unforeseen disaster. So what does that mean? The India Alliance has very little hope of winning this election because there's no path to a majority in parliament without taking back the north. Remember, a party only needs 272 seats for a simple majority, and there are 270 seats in the north. Outside of Nitish Kumar in Bihar and maybe AAP in Punjab, India's prospects look pretty dim. In other words, this is Modi's election to lose. As for the south, we may get an even more polarized outcome. The Modi magic failed completely in Telangana and Karnataka this time, even though he campaigned with great fervour. And it doesn't look like Yediyurappa will be able to bail out the BJP in Karnataka this time. Now remember, Karnataka accounted for 25 out of 29 southern seats last time. A significant dent in that tally will make BJP an entirely North Indian party, because it has 0 Lok Sabha seats in Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Andhra Pradesh and only 4 in Telangana. That performance isn't going to improve dramatically in 2024. Now, does it matter where you win? Does it matter where or how you win? After all, the North is no less a part of India than the South. But it's worrying when the large part of the country has such little interest in its leader. The BJP's inability to crack the South also marks the limit of Modi's appeal. The party's winning formula relies on a powerful mix of welfarism, Hindutva, and aspirational development. And all of this is epitomized by one single person, Narendra Modi. And he's not just a leader, but a larger-than-life symbol with almost mythical status. But, that's only in the Hindi belt. Modi's popularity numbers are consistently low across South India. In 2019, on the eve of BJP's massive victory, only 2.2% in Tamil Nadu approved of him. He did much better in Karnataka, where he scored 38.4%, and Telangana, where he received 37.7%. Now compare that with his numbers in the north. 74% in Jharkhand, 68.3% in Rajasthan, 65.9% in Haryana. That's a real divide, whether you like it or not. That split will become even more important because of something called delimitation. That's when the number of parliament seats will be changed to reflect the increase in India's population, both the total number of seats and the number of seats allotted to each state. Right now, that breakup is based on the 1971 census. Yep, you heard that right, the 1971 census. So it's overdue for a readjustment. Come 2026, states that have a higher population get more seats. And almost all those states are in the north. The south could actually lose seats, and that's because it has a lower fertility rate. And it's not happy about that. In our next episode, we'll look at this particular time bomb, which may create a different and far more explosive kind of divide. Until then, be sure to check out the links in the description and score that free sub to Splainer. See you next time.